Greetings. Thank you so much for tuning in to Rap Sessions with Dr. Kiki. I am your host. It is always a pleasure to meet with you in this environment. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, follow our social media presence on Instagram and Facebook, Quantum Talks 8.0, YouTube as well. Also, I want to let you know that we appreciate those who tune in, who chime in, who message, who give feedback, who ask for, why don't you talk about this? Or they make suggestions on information shared. It's a platform designed to help to coach you to your next, okay? Hopefully you are being empowered, inspired, and somehow moving towards your goals that you've set for yourself. If perchance you or someone else you know is in need of counseling, please do not hesitate. If you need coaching, if you need guidance, whatever it is, let us know. We are definitely here to support you. And because you matter, your decisions matter, your life matters. And if we can coach you to the finish line, we've done our job. So listen, today I want to talk very briefly about the importance of healthy choices. So everyone knows we are the choices we make, right? We are the decisions we make. But let us talk a little more detail towards vaping. We already know we shouldn't be smoking, okay? We already know the dangers, the risks involved. But there also seems to be a phenomenon, especially amongst our culture, in which folks feel like, oh, I'm gonna go vape. Oh, I'm going to the hookah lounge, right? Well, for those who don't know, vaping is an opportunity to basically smoke without using, fingers of sort. Vaping is an opportunity to use the aerosol machine, and you don't have a filter, so to speak, on it. So whatever is in the vape, you actually consume it. And at the hookah lounge, just this long cord attached to whatever. You can order what you want to be placed in your device. So you can also, purchase vape pens. And so it's cultural. It looks like it's safe. It looks like it's something that everyone's doing. It's in the media, it's in the industry. My friends do it, et cetera, et cetera. But think about what is happening. We already know the statistics, and we've heard of how deadly smoking itself is. Cigarettes, right? It was so bad they actually had to put filters on the cigarettes by law, right? Well, there was a reason that was enacted, okay? Then there's this new phenomena about, let's go to the cigar lounge. Oh, let me get me a stogie. No offense to people who are starting those types of businesses. But as consumers, we have to be accountable for what we're doing to our bodies, no matter who's doing it, okay? So there's so many devices and choices so that you can, I'm just chilling. I'm on the dock of the bay. I'm doing me right now. I'm feeling myself. In addition to, I'm not even going to talk about other libations. This is not a CBD or weed conversation today at all. I want to specifically talk about vaping, hookah lounges, and the choices that we're making, okay? Now, everyone here, thankfully, are survivors of the pandemic, okay? Hey, you did it. God's good. You're here. At the same time, it's important to understand that we get one set of lungs, okay? So what you do with them in your choices or based on your environment determines how long those set of lungs work. Now, yes, they do have options for people to get lung transplants and all this, but I want to talk to those who are open to just a different opinion, okay? Culture in your society, your environment, they're going to always try to dictate to you what's cool, what's the next fad. Everybody's doing it. Oh, we have different flavors. Wow, check it out. Oh, wow. And they equate subliminally that if you're doing this, you're in the in crowd. If you're doing this, you're cool. If you're doing this, yeah, you know what's up. Well, over time, because we are survivors of the pandemic and there are still things brewing and other variants thereof, we don't know. It's cold and flu season for sure. We are asking a lot of our lungs to continue to help us to breathe 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Push oxygen to and fro, remove carbon dioxide. Like your body is a well-polished machine. Like there's a whole network that works regardless of anything else normally in a healthy body. So we're asking our lungs to continue to meet all of its functions in addition to vaping, in addition to being at the hookah lounge, in addition to cigarettes, in addition to cigars, on and on and on. So over time, your system, your cells in your body begin to decompensate. They begin to die. They begin to be less effective. There begins to be other scenarios that grow, right? There's lung cancer, there's cysts, there's breathing issues. Some people don't realize that they have asthma or whatever it is until they get their first cold or cough or something's going on. So your body is automatically already fighting for you. The last thing that it needs is poor choices. So I was looking at what happens to the lungs with vaping. Well, as Black as my jacket is here today, the lungs remove themselves from a healthy, rosy pink color to slowly but surely down to the color of my black jacket. And in that process, it starts to corrode and shrink and harden. So the blood vessels through it don't properly work because we're, give me some, pass it, I'll give I'm ahead, and we're choosing the here and now and not thinking about later. So it's like we are putting demands on our lungs and our overall health for a temporary high, or just because I'm doing me right now. And then when you come to the realization of I don't want to do all that, or you're seeing other side effects, then sometimes it's too late. So I want us to consider, if you're going to the hookah lounge several times a week, or you even have purchased a hookah dispenser for your own home and doing cigarettes and cigars and all this other stuff, what would it take for you to kind of calm that down a little bit? Like with, slowly but surely withdraw yourself from that abuse, because at the end of the day, we don't really know what's at the core of any of our systems. I mean, I'm not sitting here trying to be your doctor or your medical professional. I'm talking to you about choices. But sometimes there's other things going on within the human body that we're not aware of, things that just being in our environment promotes other behaviors and scenarios and outcomes. So we have to decide what we're going to do with ourselves. In this season, it just seems like people are just seemingly healthy and then boom, no notice, gone. Well, we can help things to be better for ourselves with our choices. I remember being treated on a date, and I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go out, but I'm sitting there, telling my husband, I'm like, what has happened? Like, I'm not a club person. Okay. Back in college, yes, we used to club and all of that, but that's not my thing. So it was a dinner date and to support an artist that was going to be performing, but it was at a very upscale club establishment, and there was DJs, there was music, there was food, there was drinks, but the culture had changed. nearly everybody was sitting there vaping. Like, nobody was dancing. Nobody was having a good time. Hey, it was, give me the biggest vape, that I can. I need a hook, and it just, honestly, it really is a reason to be concerned. It is. And if you are on the fence of, I need to try this, I need to try that, consider the long-term effects. Consider how it's affecting your body, your mind, your cells, the people around you. Yes, our bodies are designed to cleanse and heal themselves, but we have to help it do so. And some people will tell you, oh, when you reach a certain level of success, you got to do this, that, and the other. Again, even if it's not related to smoking or vaping or hitting a hookah or whatever, we have to consider that we're responsible for the deeds that we do in our bodies. You're responsible. Like, people have different levels and measures of health, and whatever measure of health you have, you're responsible to keep your health up. You're responsible to make sure you're doing things to replenish yourself. We want a miracle, God forbid, when something happens, but up until that point, we're not providing our own systems even basic water or rest or follow-up appointments or herbs or medicine, whatever it calls for. So let's think about this. What does this have to do with quantum talks? Everything. Because now, because of my choices and what I've inhaled and what I've ingested, it gets in the way of processing. It gets in the way of making sound decisions. It gets in the way of thinking and handling certain tasks. So today, please, we are still kind of early in the year. I hope that you would consider withdrawing from these toxic substances that over time have been proven, some form or the other, to take people's lifespans and shorten it. I just want you to consider that. Find something else that you can do so that you're not abusing your body. You're not polluting the one system that you have, okay? It makes a difference. What we consume, what we have consumed, our environment plays a huge role in our ability to function where we are. And if we're not aware of it because, let me just try it. Well, at the same time, you don't know your own body's limits. You're asking your body to do all these wonderful, amazing things, and you're not even resting properly. You're not even getting enough proper rest. In this season, you have to make a conscious decision and say, you know what, that's not for me. No, thank you. Because what you do today shows up real soon. And sometimes it might be tomorrow, sometimes it might be tonight. So it's really important for everyone to consider that, and God forbid something happened to your lungs, what else you got? Because seems like everybody's hitting the hookahs, everybody's vaping, everybody's smoking, everybody's doing this, that, and the other. Well, at a point when everyone needs the same services and assistance, there's not going to be enough help for everybody. So figure out what you can do to get on a healthier path, to get on a regimen that is not self-destructive, okay? I do believe that anything in excess can be harmful, but certain things straight out the gate are just, you already know it's not good for you, okay? And then, we had to think about certain things are gateways. So it might be cool in the fad, and I was hanging out and I was chilling, hey, what's going on? But then over time, you need more and more and more, and that substance isn't going to work. So now you got to graduate to something else. Meanwhile, your body's trying to keep itself cleansed and healthy and strong all along in addition to these additional substances. Okay? It actually starts with the choice. Okay? It starts with the choice, with you thinking and you deciding. You know, you've got to have a breaking point, a border, a boundary. You know, you can't just be just trying everything and, you know, trying to fit in and be cool with everybody. You have to have some kind of mechanism for yourself. You know, like, I don't care how it look or what, how tempting it is. No, I'm not gonna start smoking cigars. I don't want to go to the hookah lounge. No, I can refrain from indulging in these things that I know over time are harmful. Okay? In this season, look out for yourself. Give yourself the upper hand. Sometimes we wait and we look for other people to be able to help us and to consider us. But other times it starts with you. What choices are you making? Was that the best thing to do? If you can go back and start over again, you can't. So start now. Okay? I tell you, vaping, the hookahs, the cigars, the cigarettes, and all these other tools, they actually open up portals. Okay? So I'm relaxed and I'm open to whatever, because now I'm not even in full control. You might say, oh, but you know, it just, you know, take the edge off. I'm not high. But the fact that you've allowed this substance in your system, now you're opening up portals to do stuff that you hadn't even considered doing before. Wake up, be decisive in your decision making. And if this doesn't apply to you, I'm good. I just want to share. But at the same time, it's something you should consider, because, you know, sometimes you can't go back and undo the damage that has been done, you know? And then once you've gone through this phase and you want to live a different life, you still have to pay for the consequences of those decisions when you was quote unquote being cool or doing you, or hey, it is what it is. Love thyself. Love everything that the Creator has gifted you with. You deserve it. Our gift is how we respond to His blessings to us. And every day that we wake up is a blessing. Nobody owes us anything. But what are you going to do with the 24 hours that you get every day? What decisions are you making? So if there's anything I can share today, is let's reevaluate decisions ingesting harmful substances, because you have one set of lungs, okay? And this is not to pick on anybody. If you feel like you are addicted to these substances, you need to make sure that you reach out so we can partner you with organizations that can assist you through this process, okay? It's not too late, but you got to make a decision, okay? Unfortunately, life happens sometimes, you know, really fast, but we've got to stop just moving through the motions and take a moment to pause and think about the cause and the effect of our decisions. We embody the decisions that we make, okay? Everything that you are experiencing is based on a decision that you've opened yourself up to. So it's not enough to say, oh, you know, that, I'm young, I'll worry about it later, I ain't tripping. Well, people of all ages, cultures, creeds, races, religions are just leaving here. So age really has nothing to do with it. You got to just define the decisions, define your boundaries, and decide, oh no, thank you. I'm not going to do that. Even if you're ostracized and laughed at and criticized and, oh, you ain't ready, that's okay. You have your own life to live for yourself. And the decisions that you're making with people in this setting, they might not even be involved in your journey as you move on. So it doesn't make sense to make careless decisions along the way, trying to impress other people They might jump up and move across the other part of the world while you're trying to be impressive to them. Here's an idea. Impress yourself. Okay? Thank you so much for tuning into Quantum Talks 8.0 Rap Sessions with Dr. Kiki. Please, please, please stay lifted and mark this date on your calendar. March the 18th, 2023, we're going to have an empowerment conference. It's going to be about domestic violence. You'll be surprised, but we wanted to show you resources and get you the help that you deserve. Until next time, be blessed and stay lifted.